Hey, this is Virtuous Desi. I have a topic I wanted to discuss with other naturals out there just to see if other people are going through this because it was brought to me today and it's not something particularly I'm going through, but another, lady who is trying to go natural was, asking me about my hair and what do I do and stuff like that. And then she just got into the fact that she's trying to go natural, and she has braids at the moment, but she was just talking about what she's been trying to do for her natural hair. And then the subject came up that there's certain styles like this that she doesn't do because her husband doesn't like her in those styles. Now, granted, her hair's not as long as mine is, but I understand that completely because, when I first cut my hair, it was like 5.5, 6 inches, and it didn't look like this. It didn't fall, it didn't fall like this or whatever, and humidity really makes it look like Afro City. So, like the disco. That's where I was going with that. But anyway, I just wanted to ask if other naturals was going through this because, later after the conversation, I kind of picked up that this might have been hurtful for her. Just because, she mentioned that she asked him, okay, what kind of styles do you like? And, he pretty much doesn't like her hair in any kind of way except, fried, dyed, and laid to the side, And, I was just kind of joking with her, well, you need to tell him that, he married you and not your hair. And, it's just like, yeah, thank you, and stuff like that. And, I just, the closest that I experienced that is someone that I was talking to, sort of dating, had made a comment that, they liked my hair when it was longer. And the picture that he saw was on Facebook, and that was a picture of me in a sew-in. My hair was never been that long until now it is, but it's never been down my back like that. I mean, straight, I'm saying. So, and this is when he was kind of discussing our relationship, and he felt like, he's not sure if this is going to work for him, and, because he's still in love with his ex, and, that's already bad news, period. But that, despite all those red flags, one of those things, it was just odd to me, like, where did my hair come into this conversation? I mean, we're talking about us, and you're talking about, well, to be honest with you, I liked your hair when it was longer. What? I mean, we're talking about us, where does my hair play into this? So that was my closest experience to that. But being married, I think is different. And if I was married, I would make an effort to wear my hair in styles that my husband likes. I mean, that's just part of being in that oneness relationship, especially if you're in that oneness relationship under the blessing of Yahweh, God. I think, it's more of a covenant. It's not the world's definition of marriage. It's a covenant relationship, and you're supposed to make those compromises. So anyway, one thing that I just wanted to share with you and encourage other naturals who might be going through a similar situation where, you're trying to grow your hair out naturally for you. This is going natural is a personal journey, especially if you're doing it for the health of your hair. And what I would suggest that you do is sit down with your husband or, your significant other, whoever, you care. In this case, I would only care if they were my husband, but, if they were like a boyfriend, someone you really like, but they just really don't like the way your hair looks right now in your hair journey, I would sit down with them and I would tell them the plan. Here it is. I know my hair is not here now, but this is my goal. Show them pictures of naturals with long hair. Show them where you're trying to go with all this, because if they love you, they married you. They didn't marry your hair. So if they can't walk this through you with you through this, then that's a problem. Okay? If this person loves you, they need to understand right now I'm wearing protective styles. I'm wearing my hair like this because I'm trying to get my hair hear. This is the goal. This is the end game. Okay? I would suggest you have that conversation, and you need to kind of put your foot down, because you know, you're continuing to damage your hair. I mean, a woman's hair is very important to her. It should be more important to her than it is to her man. So if you're trying to grow your hair out on a healthy hair journey, and you know your boyfriend or your husband is not understanding this, is not with you in this, I would, you know, communication is the key. You know, this is the clinician in me, you know, coming out, the therapist trying to, you know, give you a vision. But I just think it's important to communicate that with someone, because they have to understand that whether they like it or not, this is where you're going. And if they can like that end game, that end product, what you're trying to achieve, then they need to walk with you in this journey. You know, so that's all. I just wanted to encourage you to have that discussion, because that was just, you know, something I just wanted to encourage, you know, other naturals who might be going through that similar situation, because I could just imagine, you know, I'm currently not in that situation, but I can imagine how that can be when you want to please your loved one, you know, someone that you love, and that's supposed to be in oneness with you. But at the same time, you want your hair to be healthy. You're trying to do what's best for you, you know, and I think that in any situation, whether it's hair or whether it's career-wise, you need to sit down and have that conversation with them. So I hope, you know, this will help open up a dialogue about it, because, you know, what are your husbands or your spouses? How did they take your natural hair journey? And, you know, did you run into these types of problems? I happen to have been single during my point of having really, really short hair and where it is now. So I didn't really have that trouble. But even now, you know, when I'm meeting someone new, it always pops in my head, are they going to like my hair? Because some men, especially, you know, if I'm dating someone that's not black, they may not understand that my hair is a lot longer than you think. You know, so they may not get that right away, you know, especially if they themselves don't have really, really curly or kinky hair. So just something to think about, I guess. And if you guys have anything that you want to share or discuss, you know, leave it in the comment box, you know, have a discussion about this. It's interesting. So I just had to share that experience today, because it's like, you know, it's stressful enough, and then you have to deal with getting the approval of others. I can only imagine that to be more stressful. So anyway, God bless. Have a great day. Bye.